Hey guys, it's Caleb from Rokblokz. Today in the shop we have a Ford Bronco. It's got our mud flaps on it. This guy put some wheel spacers, a little bit bigger tire on, and he wants a little more clearance. Not to worry, our brackets have that feature built in, and we're going to show you how to maximize the clearance in your front wheel wells on your Ford Bronco. Here we are, we're inside the wheel well. We're going to go ahead, remove the flap, and you can see the bracket here has been installed, and it's got these slots for adjustment. But the bracket is now maxed out up against your liner. So in order for us to get more clearance, we're actually going to go ahead and split the liner open just a little bit by removing a few of the factory inserts. So let's get this flap out of the way first. We'll set that to the side. Now with our flap out of the way, we're actually going to have to remove our bracket because we're going to get access to this plastic clip. There's a plastic clip behind here, and then the 4 along the edge here. So let's grab our 19 mil socket and loosen those bracket bolts. All right. Got one bolt out of the way, and if you already have your bracket installed, you might be able to get away with that and just loosening the other. So pull that loose, rotate our bracket around, and now for these, they're all Phillips, and it's kind of a small screw, and they're kind of a pain in the butt. You don't want to strip out the head, so what I like to do is kind of take a small flat head, and I take a second flathead and I hold the base and I just ever so lightly turn them. Another thing is if they're filled up with dust and dirt, is you just kind of give them a little tap. You'll see the dirt fall out of them. It'll help, so that way it should spin. But like I said, they're kind of a pain in the butt. Just a little bit of patience, and you don't want any inward pressure. You just want to be able to turn them. So that way the plastic screw unthreads. Okay, with that, we're now going to go ahead, take our liner and fold it. And you'll be able to see there's a bolt right here, a bolt right here, and a bolt right here. These are a 13 millimeter head, so we're going to grab a 13 millimeter socket on an impact and just undo those. You can do it with just your standard ratchet. It might take a while. They are long screws. And we're just going to remove this plastic chunk right here. So we've got the liner out of the way. We're going to remove this large bracket right here, and to do so it'll be a bolt right here, and right here. They have a 13 millimeter hex head, so we're just going to take our impact and get those out. All right, so we have the bracket. We've removed the 3 screws from here. This bracket is just here to help assist the liner with the inserts that go right here and right here. We're going to go ahead, set this to the side, and then we'll reinstall our liner with just the 4 outer inserts here, and then our bracket will hold the bottom from rotating out into the tire. So we'll go ahead and set that to the side. Now we can take our liner, take 4 of our inserts, and secure it along the fender's edge. And to secure, you just push that center pin in. You'll know that these are gone, and now we can take our bracket, swing that back around, grab our other bolt, So now we have the bracket in place, and we pulled it to the front of the adjustment. You can see the adjustment where we originally were. Now with that plastic inner structure removed, we're able to take this and push this bracket all the way up and gain all that extra clearance just by pushing it back. So now we're going to go ahead, push it back up against that liner, and then fully secure these bolts. Now that we've got that snug, we've got our bracket, we've got some extra clearance on here, we're going to go ahead and reinstall our flap. To install your flap on these new brackets, we've actually got it so you don't need your clips anymore. The brackets themselves are directly threaded. So we'll go ahead, line our holes, and just screw those directly into our brackets. There we go, nice and tight. We'll go ahead, drop it down, show you the additional clearance. And yeah, the only thing that gets in our way now is the rock rail, and we'll show you what we've seen to help clearance that as well. We have seen online and sometimes in the forums that people will actually, to gain more clearance here, and the bracket and the flap are actually clearance further back. So if you were able to chop about 3/4 of an inch off the end of this, you could put your cap back in it and you'd have that much more clearance if you need it. Other than that, that's how you remove that inner structure. It's fairly easy to do. Now let's go ahead, we'll drop this down, and we'll show you case the wheel turning in the wheel well and the extra clearance that we got. Hopefully that helps you with your install. Hopefully that helps you gain that clearance that you're looking for on your front wheel well. And we'll see you out there on the trails.